We talked a little bit earlier about Election Day for the local runoffs across the state, and joining us now in studio is Pulaski County Clerk Terri Hollingsworth. Welcome. Glad you're here.
Well, thank you, Brooke. I'm glad to be here.
Absolutely. I know you get so excited about Election Day. Does that, go into effect also on runoff Election Day?
Yes. How did you know? I definitely get excited.
I've seen you on Election Day. She's very enthusiastic. We all need to be enthusiastic like that. Due to Holy Week and spring break, there are some changes that voters need to be aware of at the polling places. Talk to us about that.
So there were several polling locations that changed during this time because of Holy Week. So folks need to go to VoterView. Basically, that's the Secretary of State's website, and they can Google VoterView, and that way they can look up their particular polling location. But they also have to be mindful. You have to be in Senate District 15.
Okay.
Or, in terms of the Democratic Party runoff. And then, of course, in the Republican Party runoff, you can be all over Pulaski County.
Right.
Okay. So, but you have to make sure that you have said that you were a Republican, or it basically says nonpartisan on your voter registration.
So it kind of makes you specify, huh?
Yes.
Okay.
Because you cannot be a Democrat and vote in the Republican primary or the Republican primary runoff.
Makes sense. And although there were only 2 races in the runoff for Pulaski County, tell us, how was that turnout?
So the turnout, so during early voting, we had about 3,200 people who showed up, which is terrible. But out of about 55,000 that could actually show up. So so that's really, it's really not good. We really need folks to go back out. And so far today, though, as of 3 p.m., we've had about 2,354 people go out. Okay. And so that's been about maybe 1,700 in the in the Republican primary for Secretary of State, and then, of course, about 600 in the Senate District 15. So we definitely need people to go out. I mean, if you're watching this in another county, please go out. I'm sure you've got a primary in your own county, and we want you just to go vote. We just need you to exercise that right.
Absolutely. It's important. And how does this compare to the general election in November?
So that's a good question in terms of the general election. We're hoping in the general election we'll definitely have a bigger turnout.
Yes.
So in the primary, we had about 27% that actually showed up to vote. And so even though that's better than it was in 2022, it's still not great. That's about a third. We have over 236,000 people who are registered in this county.
There's room for improvement.
There's definitely room for improvement. So I'm just glad we can be on here today with you to make sure that we tell folks we really need you to exercise their right to vote, whether you're from 18 all the way up to 100 years old, or if you're over 100, we need folks to go in and vote.
Yes, and if you're 18, don't be afraid to go vote. I remember when I turned 18, I was thrilled. My birthday's in October, so I got to vote that November.
That's excellent.
It was really exciting.
Yes, and of course, if it's a new voter and they see them come in there,
they
celebrate.
Yes, I got a lot of applause. I was like, oh, stop. Oh, stop. Well, what's your expectation for November?
Well, my expectation for November is that we're going to have a lot of people come out because of, definitely, you saw the No Kings protest this weekend. I think it's that. I think that there's some exciting races that are going on, especially in Pulaski County. We have a county judge race that folks will be, need to vote in. And so I just think there's going to be a lot of folks that's going to go out, and hopefully we can get up to 30%.
Oh, let's hope. Fingers crossed. Make this woman happy.
Yes, please.
Awesome. Well, is there anything else you want to add before we wrap up?
Well, I just wanted to add that people definitely need to check VoterView for the polling location changes, and make sure that they're in the right district if they are in Senate District 15, and just so they know where they need to go vote. I've had several calls this morning. Folks need to know where they need to go because of the temporary polling changes. So we just want to make sure. Yes, and so even with the Republican primary, there's some temporary changes. We even had one emergency this morning in terms of a polling site change. So we want folks to make sure they go to VoterView and know where they need to go vote.
VoterView.
There we go.
All right. Thank you so much for your time. We appreciate you being here.
Thank you. I loved it.